Imagine walking into a coffee shop ordering the most expensive cappuccino on the menu, and when it's time to pay, the barista smiles and says, "Don't worry, just sign here. Enjoy it now, pay later." Sounds amazing, right? Free coffee today, and the problem is pushed onto your future self. That's exactly how student loans work. You step into college full of expectations, believing that diploma will open doors, land you a great job, and make the debt easy to handle someday. After all, why worry about paying a huge bill when you don't even know how much you'll earn yet? The problem is, this sweet promise, almost impossible to resist, is just like that free coffee. At first, it feels like relief, but the bill always comes due, and by the time you realize how big it is, you're already trapped in the cycle, with interest, deadlines, and a cup of debt that never seems to empty. At first, borrowing for college sounded like a small pick-me-up, just one cup to get through the morning. But soon it turned into a daily habit. One cup wasn't enough, then two, then three. And before anyone noticed, the entire cafe of higher education was running on debt. Decades ago, tuition was affordable, more like a small drip coffee than a deluxe latte. But as prices skyrocketed, the solution wasn't to lower costs. It was to hand out more IOUs. Students were told, "Don't worry, take another cup. You can pay for it later when you're successful." But here's the twist. Colleges raised prices because they knew the loan machine would always cover it. More loans, higher tuition, more loans. A caffeine feedback loop that just kept getting stronger. Today, the U.S. has brewed over $7 trillion in student loan debt, a mountain of cups so high, it's heavier than credit card debt, heavier than car loans, and second only to mortgages. What started as a sip has turned into a full-blown espresso addiction, with no easy way to quit. Here's the sneaky part. Every student loan doesn't just say, "I'll pay you back." It says, "I'll pay you back plus extra cups every single year." That extra cost? It's called interest, the hidden refill you didn't realize you ordered. At first, it might not seem like much. Borrow $20,000? Maybe you owe a few extra cups on top. But interest is like a drip that never stops. The longer it takes you to pay, the more cups pile up. Suddenly, your $20,000 bill looks more like $30,000 or $40,000. It's like signing up for a coffee subscription you didn't mean to buy. And the cups keep arriving at your door whether you want them or not. And the cruel joke? Many people make payments for years, but those payments only cover interest. The balance itself barely shrinks. Imagine pouring every paycheck into a giant mug, only to realize you're not even making a dent in the actual debt. That's the trap. The system is designed so that the extra cups keep flowing while you keep running in place. Here's where the system really tightens its grip. With most kinds of debt, say a car loan or a credit card, you can refinance, bargain, or even walk away if things get desperate. But student loans? They're built different. The espresso machine behind them, the government-backed system, doesn't let you simply unplug. Bankruptcy? For almost any other kind of debt, it's a reset button. For student loans, that button is practically locked away. And because the machine keeps running, interest keeps brewing. Even when you pause payments, those extra cups don't stop piling up. It's like the cafe is closed, but the espresso machine in the back is still pumping shots all night long. So when borrowers try to get out, they realize they're trapped in a loop. The payments never seem to end, the balance never seems to shrink, and the system is designed to make escape nearly impossible. It's less like borrowing a cup of coffee and more like signing up to be a barista for life, whether you wanted the job or not. Here's the real cost of those endless refills. It's not just about money, it's about time and the life you put on hold. Think about it. While you're sending cup after cup back to the lender, you're not saving for a house. You're not investing in your future. You're not even free to take risks, like starting a business or moving to a city you actually want to live in. Instead, you're stuck choosing the safe job, not the dream one. You delay getting married, starting a family, or even just booking a vacation without guilt. Every decision gets filtered through the same question. But how will I make this month's payment? It's like walking into a cafe every day with a gift card that should cover a latte and a croissant. But the balance is always eaten up by yesterday's bill. You never get to enjoy today because you're still paying for yesterday. That's the silent weight of student loans. Not just cups of coffee owed, but milestones missed. Here's the part that stings. While you're drowning in empty cups, somebody else is cashing in. Who are they? The lenders, the servicers, and yes, sometimes even the government itself. They're the hidden customers at the counter, sipping quietly while you do all the pouring. Every payment you make, a slice of it goes straight into their pocket as interest. And the longer your debt stretches, the more they earn. It's like a cafe where the house special isn't coffee, it's your struggle. And here's the kicker. The system is designed so that you never quite get ahead. Payment plans are structured to keep you around for decades, paying just enough to survive, but not enough to break free. It's not an accident. It's a business model. Your future ambition is their long-term revenue stream. So when people say student loans are an investment in yourself, it's worth asking, who's really making the return? Here's where the trap really tightens. The rules around student loans are unlike almost any other kind of debt. Credit card debt? You can declare bankruptcy, and at least in some cases, walk away. Car loan? The lender can repossess your car, and the slate is wiped. But student loans? Nope. They follow you. Through job changes, through recessions, even through bankruptcy. It's like carrying a leaky coffee cup you can never put down. No matter where you go, it drips and you're stuck cleaning up forever. And to make it worse, interest doesn't just sit there politely, it grows, it stacks, it compounds. That means if you can't pay enough today, tomorrow's balance will be even worse. A small spill turns into a flood. This isn't just debt, it's engineered stickiness. A system that keeps you locked in, long after graduation caps are tossed. That's why so many people describe it less like a loan and more like a life sentence with lattes. So, what happens when an entire generation is buried under student loans? It's not just about late-night budgeting or skipping your daily latte. It's about delayed milestones, people waiting longer to buy homes, start families, or even take risks like launching businesses. The weight of debt shapes decisions every single day. And when millions of people all feel that same weight, it changes society. Less home ownership, slower economic growth, entire communities struggling because young adults don't have spare cups to pour back into the system. In other words, student loans aren't just a personal trap. They're a collective one, a system that siphons energy, creativity, and money away from the future, just to pay for the past. And until the cafe figures out a way to serve education without chaining customers to bottomless bills, that trap will keep brewing, one overpriced cup at a time.